to decide if I'm going to destroy my family. So basically, my dad has been paying me for weeks and months to not tell my mom that he cheated on her.
Non-traditional things my older brother did to me as a child when he would babysit. The first one is tie me up and throw me down the stairs.
How my ex died having a fucking orgy with his son and 3 bitches.
My mom told everybody that I died and then gave me up for adoption. I'm going to tell you all about it.
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome and welcome back. Today we're watching people publicly upload their family's deepest, darkest secrets to TikTok like they're dropping a new album. And by the end of this video, I'm pretty sure we're all going to need therapy.
Like and subscribe, or I will tickle your pickle.
I have to decide if I'm going to destroy my family. So basically, my dad has been paying me for weeks and months to not tell my mom that he cheated on her.
Oh my god. We are 3 seconds in. 3. And we're already at destroy my family. Why? What happened? Did dad commit tax fraud? Did mom join a cult? Did somebody accidentally burn down the house? No, that's cheating. That's bad, but somehow this gets so much worse.
They both go to work every single day. My mom comes home, cooks and cleans. Keep in mind, she also works but has never had to worry about a bill. But I was scrolling on his phone one day and this text number came up. And basically, my dad's job is like construction and like helping people in their houses and stuff. And so anybody's house that he's working on, he just saves their phone number as their address. And he gets this text from this address and it's like wink, kissy face emoji. So I obviously click on the text because I'm like, who the heck is this? Because this ain't my mother. And there are just so many heart emojis, so many dirty texts, him complimenting her, and not only that, sending her money. So we get out the car, and I confront him when my mother walks away, and I'm like, I'm telling mom this, or you are. And he's like, no, you can't, like, it'll literally break your mother's heart, like, you can't do this, I'll start paying you $150 a week.
Bro really looked at his daughter and said, hey, I have a proposition. What's up? Would you like to participate in a confidential financial arrangement? Why? I've been raw-dogging the trust of this family.
And obviously I had to negotiate, so I was like, no, $250 a week.
Obviously, of course you negotiated. You can't just accept the opening offer, right? This is capitalism, baby. Dad's like, I'll give you $150 for this. And daughter's like, counter offer. And then dad, what? Daughter, $250. Dad is getting negotiated down by his own daughter. This is insane.
So he agrees to it.
Hey, so you got the contract signed too, right? Girl, where's the paperwork? Did you get a lawyer? Did you have witnesses? Did you make him initial every page? Because apparently we have entered the dad cheating protection program.
The past few months, he has only been paying me $100. And you're probably like, only $100? Yes, we can negotiate it on $250, and he's also cheating on my mother.
Oh, so now we're doing wage theft. Your cheating dad is underpaying you. This family has somehow turned adultery into a fucking employment dispute. Unfortunately, Dad, your payment was $150 short this week. I'll get you next Friday. No, I'm contacting HR. You are the HR.
Not gonna slide. So I tell him that I'm gonna tell her or he's raising this up. So he pays me $150 the next week, and the next week, now we're back down to $100.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd be mad too. Not because he's cheating, because the direct deposit bounced. Mom, Dad's cheating on you. What? And he owes me $300. What? And honestly, Mom, forget the cheating. We need to discuss his payment history.
Also, keep in mind, he promised me that he would stop cheating on her. I made him show proof on his phone weekly as well when he was sending me the money, and there were no text messages until I decided to give him some trust and hadn't checked his phone for like a month. And guess what I found? More freaking messages. And he also has not paid me for 2 weeks.
No way! The man who cheated kept cheating? Guys, I have just received groundbreaking information. This is like catching someone stealing cookies and saying, promise you won't do it again. I promise. Then 3 days later, where are the cookies? In my fucking stomach?
And I'm just at my breaking point. Like, I literally cannot watch my mom be so happy and so in love, kissing him, cleaning for him, cooking for him, going to work every single day while being cheated on and not knowing.
Well, okay, jokes aside, I actually feel bad for her here because this is a genuinely horrible position for a kid to be in. She shouldn't have to be the person responsible for managing her parents' marriage. Dad cheating is dad's problem. Dad paying his daughter to hide it. Now you have dragged your child directly into it. And that's what really pisses me off. You don't get to cheat on your wife and then make your daughter your personal fucking vault. I need you to keep a secret. No, I'm a child. Go talk to a therapist or something.
So, should I tell my mom tomorrow, guys, or should I just let go of it? And I am gonna have to tell my mom the truth that he was paying me, but I also don't want to do that because I feel so incredibly bad, and that's why I think I just have to tell her. Because, baby, that's my mother.
Girl, I don't know if TikTok comment section university is where I would get my legal, moral, and family counseling. Because one person is going to say, tell her, another, don't destroy the family, and then another, your dad is a narcissist, and then another, girl, check out my skincare routine. What are you doing here?
Anyway, so non-traditional things my older brother did to me as a child when he would babysit.
Oh, non-traditional, huh? That's a cute way to describe it. Like, let's see, maybe he let them eat dessert before dinner. Maybe he stayed up late playing video games. Maybe he...
The first one is tie me up and throw me down the stairs.
What the fuck? That escalated so fast. Non-traditional things? Girl, that's not non-traditional. That's a fucking crime. Most people say my brother used to babysit me and he would make me watch cartoons. Your brother apparently said, welcome to the Saw franchise, little buddy.
My older brother would use duct tape to tie my wrists and my ankles together, and then he would either shove or throw me from the top of the stairs.
No. Bro, what was his babysitting method? How do I keep the children entertained? The staircase? This isn't babysitting. This is an OSHA violation with siblings.
This leads to the second one. He would rip off the duct tape super hard and like wax the hairs off my arms and legs. And like I have like relatively a lot of hair on my arms and legs. So as you can imagine, it hurt. My older brother would make us play this game where he would turn off all the lights in the house, and he would actually turn off the power in some areas of the house, and he would lock us in different rooms and write us little creepy messages that had like symbolism in them. For example, one I can remember would be like, don't touch the banana. It would mean like, don't touch the phone, or like, don't call mom and dad, or else you're gonna, you know what I mean? And then if we tried to escape the room, he would like come out of nowhere and like drag you back into the room, or like throw you, or like throw something super hard, like straight your direction. Like it felt like 100 miles per hour. Oh yeah, in the summertime, my brother would lock us out of the house because my parents would be gone at work. So we would wake up, be forced to clean the entire house, and he would lock us outside because he didn't want us to mess up the house. And then we could either go outside and play or just like sit in the garage, which was hot, obviously. Had a big jug of juice that he would put either Kool-Aid or lemonade in there so we could drink as much like liquid as we wanted. He'd also give us water. He would give us lunch, but he would like crack the door open and slide it out like on plates. And like if we tried to like bust in or like try to overpower him, then we would be punished. It was even worse when my older sister from Texas would visit because then it was like two of them. And if we had to use the bathroom, they would like walk us one by one like prisoners to the bathroom. And then if we would try to like overpower them, run away, or do anything like that, of course, we would be punished. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 because I could talk about different things that he did to us for hours.
Okay, jokes aside again, this is genuinely disturbing because she keeps describing it like, lol, my brother was so crazy. Girl, that wasn't crazy. That was abuse, okay? And I get that she can joke about her own experiences if that's how she processes them, but some of this shit is way beyond, haha, my brother was annoying.
My older brother just made a TikTok, so I want to expose everything that he did to me as retaliation.
Oh, there it is. This isn't a story time. This is a digital warfare. Brother's like, hey guys, welcome to my TikTok, sister. Since you're online, let's open the archives.
We have a good relationship now, so don't do too much. It's just, you know, we went through a lot of stuff as kids.
Girl, you cannot drop a 3-season true crime documentary and then tell the audience don't be mean to him. The horse has left the barn, girl. You give us the lore. We have questions. We have concerns. We have a congressional hearing.
Anyway, so...
Okay, since it's been a few years, let me just do a disclosure. I am now married, happily married. So yeah, got the best husband ever.
Okay, I'm already uncomfortable because whenever a TikTok starts with, okay, so since it's been a few years, you know you're about to hear something that should have stayed in somebody's journal.
Anywho, but I want to tell y'all, give y'all the story time about how my ex died having a fucking orgy with his son and 3 bitches. I'm
sorry, what?
We had broke up a few times on and off throughout the relationship because of him. He was a serial cheater. I would always take him back. Hell, at some point, I even started bringing bitches home so he could just be faithful. That's some weak ass shit, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Yeah, so fast forward to the night where he ended up dying. So At the time, I worked the nights, doing security, 12 at night. I still do security, but at that time, I was working overnights. So I was working from 12 at night to 8 in the morning. So we never went a night of me being with him without talking. Fast forward, his son comes home from prison doing 10 years. They never really had a bond because he was in prison previously before the son was even born for a murder case. So now this is like their time to connect with each other, have father-son time. But when you know your man, you know your man. So that particular night, he just kept telling me like, oh, I'm so tired. I've been running with my son, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, all right. But he said it like 3 or 4 times throughout the conversation. When you know your man, you know. Like, I'm like, yeah, this ain't normal, whatever. My spidey senses did go up, but I'm like, you know what? Let me not be a nuisance. Let me just let him bond with his son. Let them have their time, whatever. I get off at 8 o'clock in the morning. I end up getting a fucking phone call at 7 some in the morning with his cousin on the phone telling me that he's dead.
You know what? I'm not even going to repeat all the details because some things do not need to be resurrected from the depths of TikTok's hard drive. But the basic story is absolutely insane. Her ex dies unexpectedly after a chaotic night involving drugs and other people. And she's telling us this like she's explaining what she ordered at Starbucks.
Never crossed my mind that no shit that was going on, whatever that was going on that went on. I thought that somebody killed him. I thought for sure that somebody shot him because he's a big dude. He one for none. He's kind of a high head. So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm internalizing that's what went on.
Yeah, honestly, that would have been my first thought too. Because apparently this man's life was operating on GTA physics.
Now I'm at the crib. He's in the room dead. The son is sitting on the couch. Whole family, whole generation outside. So me and my daughter arrive. I ask the son what happened to my man. He drops his head immediately. Instinctively, I already knew what was going on. When I realized that ain't nobody shoot him, the son goes on to say, oh, me and dad had some females over here last night and they was having a good time. And when the girl, I guess, was with his dad, he woke up and realized his ass was dead. She went out there and told the son. So she goes and tells the son. Meanwhile, he had a few guns and shit in the crib. She took all the guns and left, right? Okay, cool. So now, I'm just kind of in shock. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like still processing it, but not really. It feel like a dream. I'm like, I asked the sister, like, let me go see my man. Because in my mind, I'm just thinking I could go in there and wake him up. And this is just going to be an embarrassing moment. And this shit is going to be over with. So I go in there and I'm just peeping the scene. It looked like it was a fuck fest in the room. They fucked so bad. The sheets was off the bed. Like I said, he was asshole naked, dead on the floor on his back, clutching his chest. It was blood in the closet, like in a pattern. I guess he got up at some point and realized what was happening to him or knew something was wrong with him. And he stood in one, it looks like he stood in one spot and the blood was just pooling in that one spot because it's like drop on top of drop of blood. So now I'm in there just like looking at the scene. I see the towel, the wet towel on the dresser where he wiped his dick off from having sex or whatever. So I see that he got like stuff coming out his nose and like, it looked like an overdose situation, right? Okay, cool. So I'm in there like just trying to process everything. I'm wiping his face off. I wiped his face off with the towel that he wiped his dick off too, because that's what the fuck you get. But back to the matter. So I'm trying to clean it up because it just looked like some crackhead shit was going on.
Every sentence is somehow worse than the previous sentence. His son came over. Okay, they had people over. Okay, he died. Wait, then I found out what happened. Okay, no thank you, I'm good. Apparently, she walks into this situation and realizes this wasn't a normal date. And this is where I'm questioning the entire concept of TikTok story time, right? Because imagine being a family member, you wake up one morning, your relative has died, you're grieving, and somewhere on TikTok, part 1 of how my ex died. Hello? And then there's a part 2.
So this is going to be part 5 of how my ex died having an orgy with 3 bitches and his son.
Part 5? 5? How many episodes does this story have?
Okay, so we at the funeral now. I see one of the ex bitches getting up to say something, right? You know how they say if anybody got anything to say on behalf of the deceased, blah, blah, blah. This goofy bitch get up, right? Okay, cool. But this the same bitch that was in my inbox telling me she got porno movies of us and what I want her to do with it. Bitch, post it. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Make me famous, because I was getting down. But that's a whole nother story. All right, so now I look at the sister like, damn, y'all really finna let this bitch get up here and play in my face whole time? Like, this bitch ain't contribute 1 cent. Like, are y'all okay? Even his baby mama stayed in the back, minding their business, right? So now she gets up there. I'm thinking she gonna say some shit genuinely towards the family, condolences. This bitch get up there telling me, oh, I met him in this year in 1999, whatever the fuck she said. I politely told that bitch, you better keep it cute, ho. I said it again. I said it louder this time. Bitch, you better keep it cute. The whole motherfucking church. Oh, you hear all the snickering and talking and shit. Here come the son. Everybody like, now the son come grab me, like trying to pick me up and walk me out to my son. No, you need to calm down. Here come the cousins, everybody. Oh, we're not finna do this and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Put them to rest. I didn't go to their repast. I had my own repast. We did our own thing, right?
This isn't a story time anymore. This is the Fast and Furious of bad decisions. A funeral is probably the one location where everybody should collectively agree, okay, we are going to behave. Apparently not. She is angry, the family is angry, someone gets escorted out, somebody is yelling, and I'm sitting here thinking, the man is already dead. You can't win this argument.
So, by that time, the toxicology come back, because I'm like, what the fuck happened? This nigga done took some motherfucking fentanyl. Like, I don't know if he thought it was an ecstasy pill or whatever, but that fentanyl fit in his all, goddammit.
Apparently, drugs were involved.
All right, so the son's still coming around. No big deal. You know, I'm just sharing stories with the son about me and his daddy and blah, 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 this, that, blah, whatever. But the son, like, starting to get weird towards me, like, saying freaky shit and, like, man, I just need a woman to slut me out. It went from, like, being, like, mother-in-law and son-in-law, or as I'm saying that right, y'all know what the fuck I mean. Like, I'm his stepmom and he's my son or whatever. And then, like, eventually, like, daddy wasn't even in the ground a year. This nigga tried to fuck me. The son, his junior, his namesake. Talking about he'll pay me $500. Don't tell nobody gotta know.
Nope. We're done. The family needs to be blocked.
I just blocked the whole motherfucking family.
Good. Finally, one rational decision. Hallelujah. She saw the family tree and said, I'm pruning. That's probably the healthiest ending the story could have gotten, because at some point you have to stop participating in the chaos. You cannot heal while continuously standing in the center of the fucking tornado.
Anyway, so my mom told everybody that I died and then gave me up for adoption. I'm gonna tell you all about it because I'm bored and like I'm becoming like in touch with like the fact that like I'm adopted. I don't know why. Sometimes like I literally forget.
Okay, that sentence is fucking horrifying. Imagine discovering, oh, I'm adopted. Okay, that's already huge, but then also your biological family thinks you're dead. Excuse me?
The only way that I know that she was telling everybody that I was because I found my bio family one day and I decided to slide into all of their Facebook DMs and be like, what up, bitches? I'm alive. But like, I didn't actually know I was dead yet. So I was just like, what up? Like, you know, like, I was put up for adoption, blah, 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 blah. I was giving them the rundown. And then they were like, what? And then like my aunt was like, she told us all that like you died. And I was like,
this is the most aggressive family reunion I've ever heard. Imagine opening Facebook. You have one new message. Hey, I'm your niece. Oh, how nice. The dead one. What?
Me reaching out to everybody really got like the wheels like turning, you know, like then everything started unfolding and I was like, God damn. She found out that she was pregnant and I'm not entirely sure who she told or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But she told people. I don't know why she told everybody I died. I still have yet to like know why she told everybody I died. Commercial break. I'm low-key fried. So I'm telling the story really bad. Like, I really apologize. Did I say all this is taking place in Guatemala? I don't know if I said that or not, but I was born in Guatemala. So the backstory of me is I'm a product of bad thing. And so that is her reasoning for giving me up. Honestly, though, the reasoning has kind of differed throughout the years. I stuttered. On paper, it's different, but like if you like talk to family members, it's different. I don't know. Like I don't know. She found out she was pregnant from that thing, and then she literally dipped. She dipped on everybody, and nobody knew where she was for like the longest time. And I think she was living with her grandma or like her mom. I think it was her grandma. So my great grandma, she was living with that person for the whole pregnancy, and then literally like just gave me up. The day I popped out the womb, this woman was like, here you go. She just like gave me away like right that second, and then she just kind of like went back to living her life. And I don't know if they questioned like where she was or anything. I have not asked enough questions. I need to go back and ask more questions because I don't know. She just like returned out of nowhere and was like, hey guys, like I'm back. My aunt did tell me that they kind of were questioning her loss, but like who questions a loss like that, you know? So she said that they never said anything to her. When you really think about that, that makes no sense either, like because they made it seem like they had no idea I was out there, but then like when I told them that I was there, like they were like, oh, like we kind of had an inkling. I'm like packing this all like right now. I'm like, what if they were lying to me? I told my whole family I was alive and thriving in the US by sliding into their Facebook DMs, which is like kind of weird because again, my whole life I swear I had searched for these people.
But honestly, underneath the joke, that's fucking heartbreaking. Because imagine spending your childhood wondering where your biological family is, searching for them, looking them up, trying to understand where you came from, and then one day you find them and discover that they were told you were dead. That's not a fun little family secret. That's an entire identity crisis delivered by Facebook Messenger.
Obviously, if I had their names, like why would I not search for them? So I would spend like day and night searching for them on my little iPad as a little child, and I would never find them. Facebook, nothing. I would find nothing. And then one day, my junior year of math class, I look and I just find them all. It was so weird. I had literally been looking my whole life and I just find them on like a random fucking Tuesday in math.
Of course, nothing important ever happens when you're actually looking for it. You're searching for years. Nothing. Then you're sitting in fucking math class like, oh shit, there they are. Meanwhile, the teacher's like, what's the answer to question 7? Ma'am, I have discovered my biological family.
Let me tell you that my birth giver was not happy that I was messaging her whole entire family, which like valid, like I guess like I was her lifelong secret and I just like exposed her to everybody, but like I don't give a fuck, Keisha. I like literally didn't care at all. But she had like been sliding into my Facebook DMs like telling me like, you need to stop texting them, you need to stop texting them. I didn't know how to check my Facebook like requests, you know, so she had just been messaging me in there for like, you know, a few months, and then I see that she is telling me to stop, and I was like, oh. And then she like told me like if I want the whole story I need to get it from her, and I was like, oh fuck. And that's when I got scared. That's when she dropped like the whole like lore of like how I came to be on this earth.
So basically, her biological mother had given different explanations over the years, and this is where I genuinely feel bad for her, because imagine trying to piece together your own origin story and realizing that nobody can even agree on what happened. One person says this, another says that, your mother says something else, and you're just sitting there like, okay, so which version of my own life am I supposed to believe? That's brutal.
The first picture I ever saw of my mother, low-key, was her being arrested. I know that's so foul. I don't know why my mom chose to show me that one first, but okay, queen, pop off, I guess. She was just like being just like detained. I don't know what she did. I think she like robbed something. Am I like fucked up for speaking about all this?
Girl, that's crazy. Your first family photo is a mugshot. Most people have here's mom at prom, here's mom at graduation, here's mom holding you. She's got here's mom being processed by the authorities. Yay, family.
I have yet to meet my birth giver. Honestly, I don't even really know if she wants to meet. I think one time we tried to mail a letter and it got sent back, and then I think like one time she just said like she like didn't want to like see me before I left Guatemala or something like that. So like we took that as like her just like not wanting anything to do with me. So I don't really know if she'd be down to me, but like I'm down for a little meet and greet, you know. That would be so weird, seeing the woman who gave birth to me. I don't know if I could handle that. Like I would literally spin on my head because I feel like if I was around her, like the actual woman who birthed me, I would literally have a stroke. It's like the end of it. There's no more. She's just kind of. And she, you know, told everybody that when I really wasn't, and I was just thriving, and I had to tell everybody.
And that is why I hate the phrase family drama, because some of this isn't drama. It's trauma, it's cheating, it's abuse, it's death, it's adoption, it's identity, it's people going through genuinely serious shit. And TikTok has somehow turned all of it into part 2 tomorrow, guys. Like, bro, I don't want a cliffhanger. I want everybody to go to therapy. And I understand why people post these things, you know. Sometimes telling your story can be empowering. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes people need somewhere to talk. Sometimes you genuinely don't have anyone in your real life who understands what you're going through. That's valid. But there's a difference between sharing your experience and turning an active family crisis into an ongoing entertainment franchise. Because once it's online, it's not yours anymore. Someone downloads it, someone reposts it, someone reacts to it, someone makes a compilation, someone writes an article, someone's grandma watches it, your coworker watches it, your future employer watches it, your future child watches it. And then you're sitting there like, why is everyone talking about my family? Because you posted it to the internet, Linda. And the internet is spatially fucking weird about trauma, okay? People don't just want the story. They want more. What's her name? Show us the house. What's the brother's TikTok? Where is the funeral footage? Part 6? Part 6, please. You people are hungry. Please eat a sandwich or something. Because eventually, you're not even processing your trauma anymore. You're performing it. And there's a huge difference. If you're crying because something happened to you, that's your life. If you're crying because the video got 4 million views, that's content. And sometimes those two things can overlap in a way that's really unhealthy. So before you post the nuclear secrets of your entire family tree, maybe ask yourself, would I still post this if I knew 50 million people were going to see it? Because you don't know where that video is going to end up. And once it's out, good luck putting the toothpaste back in the tube. Anyway, I'm going to go check on my own family and make sure nobody has secretly uploaded a 7-part series about me. If you see a TikTok tomorrow titled, Things My Daughter Did That You'll Never Believe, Part 1, just know I'm cooked. Anyway, that's it. Stop posting your family drama or don't, because clearly if you stop, I don't have a video. Goodbye.